All right, all right. I hope everybody's having a good day. Who are we working on? Moth Game. I'm gonna turn this down a bit. There we go. Oh, of course, I start streaming and my body's like, hey, you want to take a nap? Why does this happen every time? All right, so I talked with some of the people on the project, and I am fired. No, there's just a little bit more activity talking about some artistic stuff and music. So a lot of other stuff's gonna get underway. And I'm still thinking about dialogue because I was like, we're gonna have that. We're gonna have these characters. We're gonna have some dialogue. And let's think here. There's a dialogue system. Is it called Dialogic? Not 3. Yeah. So here it is. And I kind of wanted to work with this a little bit just to see what I could get running. So yeah, look at that. I feel like I want the dialogue system to be like anything related to dialogue or character progression should be just put into this system. And that way, like, I don't know, it's like someone talks and all the stuff that happens with talking stays in the talking zone. Sounds kind of weird. I don't know if I can explain even what I'm trying to communicate. So extract the add-ons folder from this zip file. All right. I haven't honestly done a lot of, oh, look at that. Look at that. Holy moly. That's some real official shit, huh? All right, let's download it. Let's add this add-on. Hold on a minute. Let's make sure I don't have anything else in my downloads. Yeah. I'm like, oh fuck. I just deleted it. There we go. Yeah, all right, let's unzip. Okay. Is it here? And then we do need an add-ons folder, don't we? So I'll paste this into here. Actually, this should go at this level. We don't need this after all. Okay. It should be in our actual files. Oh. There we go. That was a little weird. Okay, plugins? Dialogic. Sorry. We do have to restart the editor. It's a little sticky, huh? Things are slowing down. I just realized I didn't like post anything about streaming. We'll do that. We'll do that. God, I don't want to spam. I feel like it's... You know what? It's okay. I'll just post it. I mean, it's weird when you post into a Discord doing like self-promo stuff, and it's like, here's yesterday's stream. How do you do this? Sorry, coming up with some verification issues. Whatever. Yeah, I hate posting twice in a row. There's also something that feels very flaccid about it, and I don't know how else to describe it. It just kind of feels lame. Anyway, let's think here. I feel like there was some kind of issue. Yeah, it was the sliders, wasn't it? No? Was that it? Sound effects. Okay. We probably have the wrong bus name or something. SFX. No. It seems to be fine. Oh, here it is. That's it. Okay. Now here's a fun thing you should probably do in programming. You keep consistent like names, so instead of passing in a string at random places, you just make a constant, so if you have to change the name once, it'll be changed everywhere. For this instance, it does feel a little bit like overkill, because these are all being used in the same file, and sure, clearly, I mean, I saw an issue, I checked it, and was immediately correct, right? But, for one, it's nice to prevent these things before they happen. And sometimes I don't know, sometimes you're not on your A game and you're like, "Oh, I know what it is," and you check, like I immediately saw it and caught it and fixed it. But there's a lot of times when that doesn't happen that fast. And that's okay. But it's like don't give yourself a headache. Save yourself the trouble. So, okay, here we go for that. All right. File name Moth. Enter to create the file. Cool. So yeah, I like having the save file thing. It's simple enough right now, but of course all that can just be replaced with actual assets and textures if we have time to. There's going to be a lot of stuff because they're going to create characters, cards, drinks, like backgrounds. I think some of the UI might look a little generic at the end of the project because we only have a week, but I think that's fine. It's more just like, I don't know. The artists are gonna have their work cut out for them for sure. It's a lot to get done in a week. So, but they're brainstorming and they're coming up with all sorts of great ideas. So I'm excited to see what they make. It's my job to slap it together. So let's think here. Enter to create. So where's the create? Like confirm press, yeah. I'll create another function right down here. Create. And it's just going to be all this. And the only reason I have a function is that it's going to be called in two different places. It'll be called here. And our line edit, let's think here. Is it text submitted? Yeah, when you hit enter. Okay, that's actually great because that saves a lot of that saves us a bit of a headache, doesn't it? So yeah, on confirm pressed or on create. Now I don't need this text passed in because we're just gonna read from it directly. That's fine. But let's give it a test, see how it works. Hit play, create a new file, Moth. Oh, that's nice. That feels nice. I also, when I create a new file, I want this to be focused. So how do we do that? Focus on input. Focus mode. There must be some kind of, I don't know how to put it. Like, you're here. You're here. Mode. None can grab, focus on mouth. Tab keys. How do I set focus? Let me look it up. Set UI focus. I get this is like where we're supposed to go next. but grab focus. Okay. There we go. Because, you know, you create a new file. Just let people start typing. Hello. And then we delete. So, cool. Coolio. Oh, that was nasty. What the hell was that? Previously freed. Oh. We did not clear the dictionary. So that's creation. When we remove... Oh, yeah. We want to make sure... we actually get rid of this one. How do we remove something from a dictionary? Erase? Yeah. Erase file UI. We'll do that. And then we'll queue freedom. I'm glad I caught that. That's a nasty one. So we'll say hello. We'll delete. We'll say hello. Good to go. Neato. And of course it's always there. Except this isn't a button. So the whole point of me creating this to be some kind of interface, it should be a button you click on, not just text. That'd be good to have. Yeah, so instead of just a label, a button. I guess we can call it button label. It's not so bad. All right. And what's it gonna look like? Let's make it the whole thing, but we will put a gap. We will make sure to have, yeah. Is that 8 pixels? Can I count that? What is that? Technically 816 to 826. That's 10 pixels. It's fine, I think. I don't know. Yikes, that is nowhere close to what I want. But that's okay. I think I know how to fix this. So we can, what's it called? A split? Yeah, a split container. And I wonder if that should just be what this type is. Here. Let's not add more elements if we don't need to. So these will be split container. And then the offset will be here. I wonder, can this be percentage offset? Because I don't know how well this will look. It's in place. How long is this? 519. Yeah, why is this so short? See? What I tell you, huh? That's pretty good. It's fermented in the bottle. Alignment. left aligned. Yeah. Trim nothing. Cool. Oh, whoops. What the hell is this thing called? It's a split container. H split container. Okay. It's important to get the right type. Oh shit! Look at that. Okay, the spacing is now massive. The file name is there though. We can click on it. I'm wondering. Let's cut that down by half. Let's see how that goes. That's still a lot. Oh, right. Yeah, no, that's too much. Little editing here. Oh, wow, look. Our thing. I didn't know that's how plugins worked. I feel like I've never used a plugin. Maybe? It's kind of funny now I'm looking back. I guess, no, I have before. One made by EasyDev. As a dialogue plugin, funny enough. Yeah. What? Oh, that's the wrong one. You know, like, that's still so much. We probably don't even need that at all. Now that I'm thinking about it. All right, tell you what. We'll keep this one. Should we? We'll keep it, and we won't add this separator. So this we'll just get rid of. And we'll keep making it. No, we won't. What am I doing? That's no reason. Okay. Excuse me. Alright, so instead of separators, we'll just have one called files. That'll be an array as save file UI. And every time we make a file, we'll add it to that array. There we go. All right, so that'll check for our duplicate naming. Check. And yeah, let's see how it goes without the separator. Oh, that looks hideous. Ouch. Wow. No. Why are you here? You're not supposed to be here. Okay.
Where is this occurring? Ugh. Yuck. I don't think this separator is needed at all. And if it is, we can just reduce it, probably. Oh. How far from the top is this? 116. Oh, that's... Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. 50. How about that? Yeah, separator. I guess. Okay. Oh. I was like, it'd be good to just store this in a variable. Lol. I already have. Oh man. There you go. Cool, cool. And of course we need to have a selected signal that's handled. But for now, how much thicker can we make this? $96? That's good. Let's see how that looks.
All right. This needs to. Why is it like that? Oh, this doesn't have thickness to it. We could probably just add another separator in here. Yeah. No, that. No. This is the most exciting thing about UI. Tweaking. That looks a little better. Ouch. And then now. Yeah. Disable. As in, I don't want to see this. Should be invisible. Oh, I wonder if this just shows up again. We'll see if it pops back up over here. Aha! You know what? I wonder if it's the See, I don't know why the fuck it does this. Is it because we emitted? Maybe? I think it is. Let's see here. We know this gets called. You know what we should do? We'll reset it before we call an external signal, because I'm guessing it's processing the signal, and then the signal's like, hey, you can close down, and then after it processes the signal, it goes, hey, you can open back up again. So I'm just not even gonna check. Let's just see if this just fixes it. Ooh, woo. Oh no, that's not working now. Wait, what the hell? Why is it not? Oh. Okay. Cool. Ouch. No. Neat. And if we delete one of these, we can create another one. Another. Oh. Forgot to remove it from our array. I'll remove at. Okay. Yeah. Files. Find. I always hate that we have remove at. We don't have remove by variant, because I'm like, this is all it is. It seems a little tedious to type that out every time, but I don't like how this UI looks. I don't like the layout of it. Where's the thickness? There's no thickness here. It's getting squished. It's getting squished, and I don't like that it's getting squished. I want less spacing here. And see, this is the problem, is that all this spacing is in service of this one stupid thing. Because apparently a panel doesn't take up room. And I'm like, I get it. I understand. I know. But also, fuck you. I don't like that. I wish this would just have... Can I make this a margin container instead? And just give it no margin? I wonder if this is sufficient. Because at the end of the day, I'm like, I just want... Okay, this now actually should take up space. Which means this... keep that at 0, actually. But this we could probably reduce to like... 24? And you... I want this to be a minimum height. 96 seems too big, actually. Maybe that's good enough. I feel like I'm maybe spending too much time. And now I know I didn't have it as a margin container because, of course, it has to force everything to look awful. This is the problem with these containers, is you have to containerize the containers to the containered containers. Minimum. No, I can't. You can't even create. Can you? Doesn't matter. It doesn't do anything. All right, I think I know what to do. This kind of crap sucks. All right, so we make this the full width, and we make this the full width, but then this margin container, you know, that's it. What a lame way of doing things. I mean, honestly, it kind of sucks doing it this way. I mean, I guess that will do it. Will you please be the right height? I swear. This is all in service of just it having a certain minimum height. Oh, whoops. There you go. Oh, God. Yeah, of course, now the spacing is off. Actually, big is it? 76? 84. Now it's 92. You know, I don't know, mea culpa, all right? I'm sorry. That sounds so... Ah. What? Oh, right. Get a special name. We'll give them all unique names, just to avoid the suffering of having to mess around too much. I don't want to mess with this anymore. I have not even gotten to the dialogue. I'm still... What do you mean cannot click? You capture the mouse. I swear to God. If it doesn't let me click on this, I'm going to be so severely displeased. Same here. Cool. Oops. There we go. Wow. You know what? That's decent, actually. And these could use a little spacing. I don't know how much. Let's just see what it... How do you, I want it to just be, like, a little bit indented. Here, let's, label... Bisexual direction. That's what am I feeling today? that's not how that works. Input mouse. No. Some style. It wouldn't be style. H separator. No. I wish I could just add a little bit of spacing on the button. You know what? We're digging into the weeds on this one. Let's call it that. I mean, that's pretty decent, all things considered. Except I forgot the most important part of this, and that is the fact that we need to actually have files. Oh, God. File name. IntelliSense, get out of my way. All right, so whether we select or remove, we emit a file name. And because there's no reason to pass the whole thing or store the whole thing if we just need to keep track of the names for checking. So we have return selected. And I think from the main menu, or maybe just main as a whole. Let's see here. From our main scene, yeah. Our save menu, we're going to give it a setup function. And setup is what I call a function where I pass stuff down that isn't going to be like instantiated or anything like that. It's just like, nah, just don't do anything crazy. Just pass down something. So, file selection callable. And this will have to file selection callable will be, I don't normally name things like this, do I? Yeah, I don't care. Let's not get caught up in the weeds here. And the reason I'm passing this down is because every time we create a UI, we pass this callable instead. So now this isn't actually handled within the save file UI because there's nothing to do. There's no reason to handle it here. And within main, we're going to have place selected, and then we will have handle file selected. And we should probably have, file name passed in. And for now, we will literally just print out what that is. Because again, you could have like the save menu has a signal, and so you pass that signal into that signal, and then it goes back to that signal. But at that point, it's like, why are you having multiple signals call each other? You can just pass one callable down, all the way down, and then whatever needs to call it, we'll just call it directly, which is a much cleaner way of doing it. So yeah, there we go. Awesome. Now let's do a final test to make sure that when we select a file, it's actually selected. Cool. Now, I forgot to put the print statement correctly. We selected. Yeah, a bit of a problem. There we go. Cool. Cool has been selected. This is good. This is pretty solid stuff. All right. That's good enough there. Now, I wanna work on some of this dialogue stuff. But before I do that, I'm gonna take a short break, and I'll see you after the break. All right. Let's get into some dialogue. This is a nice little welcome menu. Huh. Oh, you can create custom modules. That's nice. God. I'm guessing we're gonna need a character. Don't use any of these special characters in character names. It's handy. Okay, we're gonna make a resource. I wonder if we should keep it. Maybe in resources? And who do we call this? That's a good question. Wow. Oh, how much control over there for sizing for art in the game? Yeah, let's see here.
Well. Okay. I gotta look through. See. Alright, let's create one called Luna. Because that's gonna be one of our characters. Oh wow. There's quite a lot here. Description. Elegant and sophisticated. Sophisticated. Style? No style. Typing sounds. Oh, that's nice. That's really clever. Let's see here. Luna Moth Lady. You can call me Luna. Color? Oh. Right. How about cheese? Maybe like a light blue. I know that's not what the moon looks like. Glossary. Damn. Styles, variables. This is impressive. Sheesh. This is a very impressive tool. Timeline. I wonder if I should save this. I'm not going to save it in the add-ons because I feel like that should just be editor related. Do I keep it all in resources? Or should I keep it in a folder called like dialogue? Whatever. Timelines? Yeah. Let's just say day 1. Oh, of course, a timeline, right. Luna's timeline? Keep it simple. What's Luna unhappy about? Luna is elegant, sophisticated, a lady. Oh. Luna. I'm just going to make something up here. Luna feels a desperate sense, a need for purpose. Because Luna is a beautiful moth. A bit of a trophy moth, you could say. But of course, is tired of having her meaning derived from her looks and the value she, you know, is always associated with someone else. She's the wife of someone. She's the mistress of someone. She is being attributed to, you know, like an accessory, like an extension. She is not Luna the artist, Luna the singer, Luna the anything at all. She is Luna, somebody else's Luna, but not her own. She wishes to have meaning beyond these things. But she also has doubts, like maybe it's too late in life. Oh, she couldn't start now. She needs impetus. She needs a catalyst, a push, an encouragement to take her leap, to risk losing the stability of the life she knows in pursuit of the life she wants. Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing. We are able to do this in text. Isn't there like an example? Stop saying Dialogic 3. Where's it gonna come out? Didn't I see example documentation? Yes. Good. Yeah, so you can set a timeline and start chapter A. I'm guessing that's what the timeline, people call them chapters. Okay. I don't want to create one in code. I'll use the text editor to do so. Where is that darn paperwork? Yeah, let's just copy this and paste it here. So we don't have Juliet, we have Luna. And then we have to have the player. That's an important character. Add a character. Nice. Player. Yeah. Player. Player. Description. Player. No. Maybe we'll add one later, but for now, let's see here. Player. Come in. Luna. Oh, Juliet, it's so simple. What's something kind of demeaning and condescending? Luna is self-conscious and rich, and therefore she must be condescending as a form of self-defense. I mean, she doesn't have to be, but she will be because she's insecure. Let's see here. I'm only here for, what's it called? What do we call it? Psychic assistance? Spiritual guidance. You've come to the right place. I'm not here for drugs. Neither am I. Still the right place. Still the right place. nor any other services which you might let's see, nor any other services which might be provided provided in quotes at this backwater Why don't you just sit down? No, we should give the player dialogue options. We should always give them options. Or else they're just watching it pass by. Choice. How do we do choices in the text editor? Oh, it seems like we... Oh, I see. Oh, is this a choice? Oh, I see. Do we have to go to a different timeline, though? We'll just have one that they don't say anything. You've come to the right place. I'm only here for spiritual guidance. You've come to the right place. No. It must be asked. But it asks in a pretentious way. This is the place for spiritual guidance. Correct? It's almost like they're asking you if you know what you're doing, even though they're clearly like asking for help, but they don't want to seem like they're asking for help. This is what this is. Yes. Be like, you walked in. Like, what are you fucking... You've come to the right place. Blank. That's one way of putting it. Maybe a little smarmy back. I'm not here for drugs. Too bad. And still the right place. Do I Where's choices? Text effects, pausing, class reference, character event. No. Nodes. Choice event, choice button, choice sound. Text effects. Okay. Speed, pause, signaling. Okay. We'll see how this goes. I'm not here for drugs. And of course, the ever-present empty return. Backwater. Please just take a seat. services which may be provided in this backwater. I'd say you could use some of those. You could use some services. I mean, it is harassment. This is like one of those things where it's like, I'm definitely not hitting on this person. I'm more insulted and smarmy at them. But I want to try to translate that in terms of like, it's basically, I'm trying to say get fucked, but in the same kind of smarmy way. I'm not actually trying to hit on this person. Oh, you could use a service or two. Okay, you know what? You could use a service or two. All right. Oh gosh, I don't want to like jump to. Do your choices matter? We could just jump to a different timeline. Ooh, look at that. How do I make sure it's the player saying these lines? Because I don't want it to be Luna saying these lines. Also, I love the fact that it immediately turns into these. Do I just hit player like this? Oh. Look at that autocomplete. Isn't that nice? Come in. Suppose there's personal guidance. You've come to the right place. That's one way of putting it. ... I'm not here for drugs. Still the right place. Too bad. You could use a service or two. Yeah. All right. Okay. Is there a way to dictate narration? Like, I wonder if I just have like a narrator, which is like technically the player, but like oh. Meh. I can only pay in cash. Which is just such a weird thing to say. And then we jump to the next thing. How do we do jumps? What is that? It's literally the word jump. Jump to, we want to actually get to. Do we need to jump anywhere? No. My husband is a rich man. That's such a stupid line. Let's see. Yeah, Luna sits down. How does someone pretentious ask for help? Your services come highly recommended. But I have my doubts. But they come highly recommended. We'll see just how Few places I can reliably trust if I wish a certain level of I was gonna say discrimination, but it's not. That's not the right word. A certain level of indiscretion, discrimination. Indiscretions. Indiscretion. Indiscretion. All right. Do you understand what I'm saying? What kind of services did you say you wanted? It's all right. It's kind of bleh. It's not solid. Your husband is on speed dial. I have your husband on speed dial. I have your husband on speed dial, actually. All right, that's fine. Why is this empty? Oh, because that's something else. That's something else. Let's create some dialogue. Let's actually see how we're going to implement this, because we're not doing so much writing right now. I'm just trying to fill in some filler. First things first, mouse, ignore. Now, at the bottom, this is a UI. Why don't we give dialogue its own folder? I have a feeling all these little components are going to need to go somewhere convenient. So, let's see here. We're going to have panels, and they'll go at the bottom. Let's put the panel inside this. And the margin container itself will have some margins. At least this many. I don't need a top margin. Okay, and then within this panel, a texture rect, probably for the portrait of the character. Covering this. I want this to be a perfect square. And what else do we want? Rich text label? Yeah. Okay. And we'll put on the opposite side, actually, and we'll just fill this whole thing in. So I could put like a separator here. A split container. Sure. So we'll fold the whole thing up. And, oh, right, texture rec. Let's add in just the classic icon for now. And then, whoa. Separation. Let's get a bit of separation. And then this will, oh, that's a lot. That is a lot. 48? And this container for margins is going to have 16. Yeah, okay. Let's actually put some filler here. Some lorem ipsum. No. I want a generator. There we go. Okay. That seems like a decent text size. Which also tells us a little bit about how big it should be. Scroll following. We could do that. Let's just let's just leave that on for now. Bold, italics, bold fonts. Bold fonts will make them a little bigger, and italics. We'll make italics 28. Actually, I wonder, maybe make it a little smaller. Is that good? That feels like too much space.
Hmm. What the fuck? Oh. Right. Whoa. Let's add some buttons in here, shall we? Just for an example. Option 1. You know what? We're gonna wrap this whole. Okay, first of all, like, do you mind? Thank you. Film? That was a tough one.
Nah. We don't have to do fill alignment. All right, that's like somewhat decent. Now, to make this actually serviceable, we have to split up what goes where. So texture rec. This is the portrait. You know what? Maybe instead of making the player say some of these things. Oh, look how wonderful that is. See that? We put this at the end of their dialogue. So that way you can scroll through their dialogue when you consider your response that you select. Where am I? You. I feel like this is a decent 8-split container. Yeah, a little more, little extra space on the inside. Nice. I think that's okay. And all right, so this container is gonna list the buttons. So this will be like the option container, rich text label. Obviously, it's what they're saying, what each character says. And a panel should be I don't know. What do I call this? Because this is the whole dialogue UI. This is probably what it should be called. What would you call this? Like a chunk? Chunk. Yeah, some text, maybe some responses. Chunko dialogue. A response panel. Dialogue segment. Segment panel. I guess segment would be a good way of putting it. I don't know. Dialogue segment. Sure. Cool. Wow. Well, that's technically working. If we fill it out, that looks awful. You like dialogue? What? How big is it? How big is it here? That looks so awful. 194. Okay, so here's what we do. We give it a minimum, nice height of 194. and we squish it in the editor. Cool. So, all right, so this is just nice to look at when we're actually messing with it, but this is how it should appear when we're actually implementing it. And I want them to flip portrait. So let's create some variables here. Dialogue segment UI. Let's see, flip portrait. Flip is not a great way of putting it. Actually, I'll keep it like that. Let's give you a unique name. This container shall rich text label. Text. HBox container. Ugh. Options. Dialogue options UI. Save it as this. And make that a unique name as well. Probably should save this as a text scene so we can actually add a type to it. There we go. There we go. And then finally dialogue UI. Yeah, so this is where we'll actually load all the dialogue into these segments. Why is it visible like that? And What? Yo, I don't even need to do any of that shit. Are you serious? This is already here? Wow. Okay. Wow, yeah, what the fuck? That's great. How do I plug that in? How do I okay. Fuck all the custom UI shit. If this is already a thing that exists, I'm not gonna build my own. Huh. Oh, hello. How do I implement the editor in the game? Because I'm like, I'd rather just like do that. Have nodes that can display our timeline. Start the execution of the timeline. Okay, so let's just copy all this. And then over here, you're angry about the white space. Yes, I know. What the fuck? Why does it keep doing that? Instead of chapter A, we'll just say Luna. Let's just delete this. So like, oh. Where are you? Oh, come on. Come on. Don't make me do it. If you showed me you can do it. I love how they're like, do this, it'll work. And I'm like, show me how. Okay. Dialogic provides a method. I'm like, start it. Do it now. Here, screw this. Like, what about just launching it at the very beginning? Already has a timeline? It shouldn't. Isn't Luna the name of our thing? Yeah? Okay. Set input is handled. Stops the input propagating further down the scene tree.
Let's make a test. Test dialogue. Okay. We will add you to this. I don't know, do I need to add a camera or something? Okay, this is beautiful. I love it. And forget all this crap. Because I'm not gonna make all this. Nope. Goodbye. That is great. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, oh, that's a lot of crap I gotta add. Nope. We will use what's there. We've got 1 week. We don't have time to build a UI dialogue system. That's awful. But this is great. And realistically, we would like pass it in depending on what chapter we were selecting. So, okay. Cool. Yeah, I like this. You don't have any styles. Okay. This is honestly fantastic. Okay. I need to take another break. I'm wondering if I'm going to keep streaming, honestly. I guess we could do a little extra setup for like if you hit play. We could do file data. So like just getting some initial setup. What I should do actually is like each character think about like each character, the cards they draw aren't going to be random. We're going to choose some specific cards and that'll also probably dictate the writing. And let's see here.
I've got ideas. I got ideas. It feels like I'm going to do a lot more quiet dev work, which doesn't make for great like streaming. Well, I guess it depends. It's not really my style. Usually when I'm quiet, I'm just falling asleep. I don't know. I'm gonna take a break and I'll be back and decide whether or not I'm gonna keep going. Okay, I have like chores to do. I got some stuff, like errands and stuff, and I also, I don't know. I don't want to leave the string hanging for like 2 hours. It feels like it's probably been a little upsetting to people in the past. And if I'm gonna stream, I gotta have a consistent time, which sometimes life just prevents it. But I don't know. There are other times when just little knots in my hair. Anyway, there are times when life happens, but I have some errands to run, and I might as well just call it here for now. But I might be back later on this evening to do some more stuff. But yeah, at the moment, I had an idea though about like difficulty, because right now we have a system where you draw cards, and the ultimate point of the game is that if some cards are like upside down, it's kind of like seen as a bad thing, which I think is how it works in real tarot. I have no idea. But the idea is like you change people's fate. And I thought, what if like the difficulty level is like you draw 5 cards, right? So let's say if a card is right side up, then it's kind of like a freebie, right? Like you're gonna get a 2 out of 3 already on your like rating, so to speak. But as it gets more difficult, it's like, okay, now you've got, maybe 4 cards, or even later on, like 5 cards, which are upside down. So you have to pick 3 that are upside down. And of those 3, like is basically like you can get a 0. You can get a 0 and flunk it, which is bad. As someone even talked about in the Discord, like what if we had like a poison mechanic? Like the drink is so potent, it will kill them if you mix it up too wrongly. So yeah, I'm like, okay, but yeah, I think the difficulty idea of like if you mix a drink, like let's say if you pick 3 cards that are already right side up on an early difficulty, then you're like, okay, you can make basically whatever drink you want. It'll be fine. But like, it also isn't going to, it's going to be like mediocre. Like it won't cause any change because the drink you've mixed is not challenging their fate in any way. So it's sort of like if somebody goes to get life advice and they order a drink at a Starbucks and they're like, cool, whatever. And then they go and it's like nothing changed. This is supposed to have some kind of potency to it. So it's like, yes, the more cards you try to flip, the more difficult it is to get the drink right. So it's sort of a risk reward thing. Like if you get it right, there's some better payoffs. You get it wrong, you could kill somebody. And but of course, if you just pick the safe route every time, then there's just sort of that banal, like you're not going to make any progression, right? So I'd say, I don't know, in my opinion, that would be a good difficulty rating, because then it's sort of like, it isn't just that the user gets to pick their difficulty, at least early on. At some point, of course, it's like all the cards are negative and you have to pick all negative cards to try to flip, right? Like that's like final boss battle shit. But like early on, the player has flexibility to what they can try to change and what they can't. So they control their difficulty, but of course, like, it's not so easy as just like play the game on easy mode and it'll be fine. It's like, it's worthwhile to risk it. That's at least an idea I have, and I wanted to write that down. But for now, it just feels like I'm going to do a little bit more writing and brainstorming and stuff, and I've got errands to run, so I feel like I'm just gonna call it here. But In the meantime, we should raid somebody. I don't know who to raid. I don't think Naggy Jakey needs my help. Oh, hi. Wow. Let's do something and watch it propagate. That's a hell of a delay. I wish it was a little poppier than that. Anyway, this is a triangle. Don't forget to try something new. Maybe we'll find someone new. Someone we've never known. This person, Sorcery Story, I've seen them around. All right, we're going to pick them. What the hell? Oh. Also, thanks for anybody who stopped by to watch. Really appreciate it. It's a bit of a slow day today, but that's okay. All right. I'm sending you to Sorcery Story if anyone's here. Otherwise, you have a good one.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. I mean, when I started the stream, I was basically thinking, what would be a good thing for me? Because I wanted to, at the same time, be accountable, right? That's why this